Hello! First of all, I would like to thank you for your interest in the Master's program of Sciences Po. In this video, you will get information on the application process for Sciences Po Master's programs and dual degree programs. My name is Audrey, and I'm part of the admissions team at Sciences Po. Before we start, we would like to make sure you understand that only applicants who have obtained or will obtain this academic year a non-French undergraduate degree from an institution located in France or abroad are eligible to the international graduate admissions. Applicants holding a French undergraduate degree must apply through our domestic graduate admissions. Let's also talk about the vocabulary we will be using during this presentation. What we call regular master's programs are the 2-year Sciences Po master's programs. The joint masters are included in this category. The dual degree programs we are referring to today are the ones open to all students. In total, we have almost 50 of such very selective dual degree programs. You can find the list on the admissions website. We do not include here the dual degree programs only open to 3rd year or M1 Sciences Po students or the partnership program, which have a different selection process. You can apply to one regular master's or one dual degree program, or to one of each, a regular master's and a dual degree program. In this case, your dual degree will be automatically set as your first choice, but this is only a technical constraint. It is not possible to apply to 2 regular masters or to 2 dual degree programs, and you can only apply once a year. The final deadline for all regular masters is set every year, although this is a rolling admissions process and therefore intermediate deadlines are also set. Please check our website for additional information. The only exception is the deadline for the joint masters in journalism and international affairs. For dual degree programs, the deadline depends on the program. If you choose to apply to both a regular master's and a dual degree program, make sure you submit your application by the earliest deadline. Finally, should you also wish to apply for the FL scholarship, you will need to submit your application by the FL scholarship deadline set by Sciences Po, regardless of the program's deadline. The same principle applies to the BOOTME scholarship. Please refer to the admissions website for the various calendars. All deadlines end at 11:59 p.m. Paris time. The regular master's selection process is a 2-step process. The first important thing to know is that Sciences Po requires a minimum undergraduate average grade, which is listed on our website by country. It means that your bachelor's average must be above the set minimum requirement. Otherwise, your application will be deemed not admissible. Our other main selection criteria are your professional experience, personal background, and motivation for the program. Please be aware that a bachelor average above minimum requirement does not guarantee admissibility or admission. The admission process is very selective. We choose among applicants who all have excellent academic results and non-academic achievements. Decisions are released 5 times a year, depending on when you submitted your complete application. You can check the detailed calendar on our website. The dual degree program selection process is conducted jointly with a partner institution, which means that your application will be reviewed by both Sciences Po and the partner university. Decisions will be made collectively. The joint selection committee will make decisions based on the same criteria as mentioned before. Again, make sure to check the minimum academic requirements before applying. Decisions will be released roughly 2 to 3 months after the deadline of the program. We are now going to detail the various steps of the creation and completion of your application file. Step 1. Check the prerequisites, supporting material, and language requirements table. As stated earlier, you should check the table prior to and throughout the application process. It includes all the information specific to the program you are applying to and will help you to be sure that you provide all the requested documents. Step 2. Request your references. We advise you to start your application by filling out this section. This will ensure referees have adequate time to reply. As soon as you enter the contact information of your referees, an automatic email will be sent to them. It is your full responsibility to tell referees when the reference is due and in which language it must be written, and to check on your dashboard whether they have submitted their reference form on time. Please note that you will not be able to read what your referees wrote, as references are confidential. Academic and professional references are an essential part of your application. Should the requested references be missing by the deadline of the program, your application will be deemed incomplete and will not be processed. Make sure you choose someone who knows you well and can evaluate your skill and personal qualities and is prompt to give a positive reference. It could be a teacher for an academic reference or a manager for a professional reference. Do not ask for a reference from an academic advisor or a language teacher, as we will not accept them. Step 3. If you have to provide a language test score, take the test early. For some of those tests, 2 to 3 months may be needed to receive your score. You can check the list of accepted proficiency tests for your program in the prerequisites, supporting material, and language requirements table. If you think that you might be exempted, please visit the admissions website to check whether your situation applies. Step 4. Upload the supporting documents in the language of the chosen program. To make sure you upload them in the right format, please check the application guide on the admissions website. The supporting material may vary from one program to another. Step 5. Write your personal statement. Make sure you write it in the language of the program. If you apply to 2 programs, you will have to write 2 different statements. Also, depending on the program you choose, you may be asked to write additional statements regarding your choice of specialization or stream, for example. A good personal statement is one that has been carefully thought through and written with care. We expect to understand why you specifically chose this program, how your qualifications and experience are relevant to the curriculum and educational objectives and to your professional goals. And finally, what you will bring to Sciences Po and the program. Step 6. Make sure your application is complete. Incomplete applications will not be reviewed. Step 7. Pay your application fee of €100. And step 8. Submit your application. Please note that this is a separate step. The payment of your fee does not trigger an automatic submission. You have to make sure that you click the Submit button before the deadline of the chosen program. To end this presentation and give you 2 last tips, we would like to tell you that in addition to the selection criteria mentioned earlier, a good application is one that has been carefully prepared and is well presented, with properly named documents, for example. Also, you may read our webpage called Unsuccessful Candidates to understand what might lead to a rejection and what is therefore expected. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope this presentation will help you and we wish you a successful application. Should you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact the admissions team. Sciences Po.